Welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. We are doing a pick-a-pile today with channeled messages from your spirit guides. This is just a general rundown. I don't know what messages will come through, obviously, because I channel, but I've been drawn to do this. So I've got 3 piles there, and I have a piece of Himalayan rock salt in front of each pile, purely because I've been carrying it around in my pocket, not these particular pieces, but other pieces for a few days now. And I figured it's really important with what everybody's going through in their life, because I was drawn to put them in the video. So Himalayan rock salt helps with emotional baggage, helps lift negativity from emotional heartache and turmoil as well. And if you're around a lot of negativity, it's good to have some Himalayan rock salt. It's great for EMF. It's really good for every chakra. It also helps with the thyroid. It's grounding, it's soothing, it's calming. It's just really a nice piece of salt. A piece of salt opposed to a stone or a crystal. But anyway, so these are our piles today, guys. We have truth, forgiveness, and new beginnings. I've already pre-shuffled the piles, as you can tell, and I will be pulling out other cards from the decks as we go along. So I'm just going to move the 3rd pile and the 2nd pile, and we're going to start with the truth pile. As you guys know, I do not use WhatsApp, and I will not contact you cold canvassing for work. If anybody's mimicking myself or my channel, please contact YouTube and me and report it. Awesome. If you want to book me or have any questions, my deets will be in the description box. Now let's get this done. I bought this deck recently. It's Angel Heart Sigils deck. It's just amazing. It's got, look at them, they're the backs of the deck. Eye of Horus. All these beautiful light codes around the cards and also on the front of them as well. So I'm going to be using them today. So I'm just going to pull out 2 of those. Just going to give them a quick shuffle and see what comes up. So again, these are general messages from your spirit guides. Let's see what comes up. There we go. We've got 2. And I'll get to those in a minute. Let's get it going on. Let's get it popping. Right, pile 1, truth. Spirit says, ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. Okay, so there might be some blocks going on here straight away, just automatically as a person. It's obvious that there's some blockages going on. You mightn't feel in your higher self that you should be getting the things that you're getting, or you're not so much open to abundance in your life, because abundance isn't always money. It could be help. It could be a phone call you really need, or a phone call you really need to make to get some help with something in your life, and you just think, oh God, I feel so bad. I don't want to have to do this, you know. But this is what this card's about. It's easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive, and it's easy for me to receive. Okay, next card. I'll channel shortly. Extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Wow, that's so beautiful. Okay, so we might be having some self-image or some internal self-worth and growth stuff going on here, but we'll see what comes out, all right? This card, wake-up call. And keep your commitments. Okay, just let me channel. I've got some other cards here, but we'll wait. Spirit says, Spirit says that the way you've handled a specific situation recently in your life, or the one you're in now, or you're about to have happen in your life, will be different to how you've handled other emotional situations in the past. It is a level of growth that Spirit wants you to be aware of, that you've had in yourself. However subtle it might be, it's still a huge level of growth. You mightn't feel like they've had a major shift, but Spirit's saying you most definitely have. It's a wake-up call. Not necessarily anything bad's happening in your life, but you've had a wake-up call. This is Spirit's calling you now. We're calling you. I'm getting shown all these telephones sort of dropping down from the roof, okay? So the ceiling. So what Spirit's saying is this is your wake-up call. This is your courtesy call. We're letting you know that you're an extraordinary human. And don't worry about the heartache and the turmoil and the emotional bullshit you've been through from family, friends, whatever, in the recent past, the present, or you feel like it's coming, or you know something that's due to come. Don't worry about that, because you're extraordinary, and I want you to stand in your authenticity. Spirit wants you to keep your commitments, and that doesn't necessarily mean to your workspace, to your friendship circle. It means to yourself, to whatever it is that you want to honor. Keep your commitments to yourself. You can
accept things with grace. It is easy for me to receive. And sometimes that's just an acknowledgement in yourself. It mightn't be a phone call you need to make. It mightn't be a conversation you need to have. It could just be an emotional feeling that you have that you know you need to accept and go, yes, it's okay for me to feel this way in my life. Regardless of that feeling being a little bit negative to others or, or negative towards yourself. You have to accept that and go, you know what, there's shift and there's change and I'm grateful for that. Keep your commitments to yourself. The truth card, it's about being honest and truthful to yourself. It's about not listening to others or taking on board everything else other people have to say. I mean, we all have certain people in our life that we will turn to when we need genuine advice and just an ear to listen to us and then some feedback. And it might be not the normal person you would contact. It could be somebody you haven't spoken to for a while. So if you're thinking of reaching out to somebody and having a genuine conversation, Spirit's saying, this is the truth of that. Stand in your truth, stand in your authenticity and have the conversation that needs to be had if that's your situation. I'm going to pull one of these for the minute. Raziel, resolution. They're gloss. I'm not real fussed on glossy cards for this exact reason. Beautiful. Look at the light codes going around. And the whales and dolphins. You know what? I just did a collective reading the other day for the new moon for the channel, and whales and dolphins come up in that reading as well. So maybe you watched that and this is a synchronistic thing. Now, I've never really worked with this deck before. Like I've said, I've played with it myself. I'm just going to find the card and read the information. It says, the unification between the soul of man and the soul of Mother Nature is beginning to take place after a 400-year-old schism. Right, so there's been a disconnect. Created initially by the scientific establishment. In the early 17th century, a belief was foisted that planet Earth was merely a lump of matter hurtling through space, and so Mother Nature was sacredized. Wow. Now the people of the planet are waking up to the beauty of and power of nature, both without and within, recognizing that the sensations of the body are also the flow of Mother's oceans and landscapes. Wow, so you're in sync with Mother Earth. In this icon, Raziel brings the warmth of angelic heart force, especially to you, drenching you in the harmonic of love. Have you been recently caught in conflict, resistance, or schismatic behavior? Again, disconnection. If so, gaze at the icon, which is the little sigil in the middle, and identify that part of you that needs healing and see the healing as a movement back to wholeness. This means that eventually the two essential parts of you will be restored through Raziel's benediction, and in order to feel this angelic blessing, chant through your heart chakra. To surround yourself with the intention of loving, graceful, filled resolution. Look on the heart sigil of this holy healer and special rays will pour through you. Wow. Okay. So you need to really take this. You can screenshot this if you want to. I'm sorry about the glare. It wouldn't matter. There we go. I'll do it too. So a bit of disconnect going on in your life. Again, you are extraordinary. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. And that's what Spirit's saying. This is your wake-up call. This is your courtesy call. Things that are changing. You've had a shift. You've had a different change in your dynamics to do with what's going on and how you respond to things in life at this time, okay? Wow. Another card, it says, seek hidden treasure. These are only going to be short and sweet, yet packed full of power, these ones, okay? Say no. Wow. Say no and be decisive. Woo! So whatever decisions, like I said, you might think, I really need to make a call and have a conversation with somebody, but I don't want to. I feel so silly, or my self-esteem's hit the wall, or I'm struggling with my body image and rah. This card here is pretty much saying that you're in sync with Mother Earth, and whatever Mother Earth is feeling, you're feeling, and vice versa. So hug a tree, spend some time outside, touch the grass, thank a butterfly, smell some flowers. Just reconnect with Mother Earth at this time as well, because that'll help you bring in that level of grounding. And same with this, okay? You really probably do need some rock salt at the moment. I've got about, 50, maybe 100 pieces, probably not 100, but more than 50 pieces. And maybe you need to get some too. Okay, and I have a huge lamp. My lamp probably weighs, about 4 kilo. All right, so let's keep moving. Can I have a couple of more messages for the pile 1, please, to do with general spirit guide messages? Yeah. Clearing. as true offerings arise, it becomes easy to let go. Ease. It's easy for me. It's easy to let go, right? You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mind to gods, or spirits, for example. Such freedom. Okay, so this is what's going on with you. You're having an upgrade. I just said before, there's a shift going on with you. And Spirit, with that wake-up call card, wants you to know they're aware of what's going on in your life. They're guiding you through things, and your responses and your behaviors to other people in your life, or your own situations with your internal circuit board, is different to how it would have been for the last 20 years or 30 years or 10 years or 5 years. You've done a lot of healing. There's clearing going on here. Maybe have a clearing. Maybe have an energy clearing, some sound clearing. There are whales and dolphins on that card, so I recommend listening to some whale and dolphin sounds with no sort of music in the background, and just get into that meditative space and just really embrace it. If you can do it while you're in the shower or having a swim or something, that'd be great. If not, just while you're laying on the bed for 15 minutes or so. But this is interesting that it says here, it becomes easy to let go. And it says here, it's easy for me to receive. So maybe the clearing and the letting go is a level of receive. And we've got faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything that I imagine. It is easy for me to receive. Like, this is all tied in. This is all synchronistic, all right? So have faith. Spirit's saying having faith. I've got Archangel Sandalphon here. Has come through. Hi, Archangel Sandalphon. For those that may not know, Archangel Sandalphon is Metatron, Lord Metatron's twin. Archangel Sandalphon, yes, no worries. Archangel Sandalphon is asking people to, to have creams and yellows, like sort of colours that are on this bench here, to really incorporate creams, yellows, whites, soft pastels in your life at the moment. If you're not somebody that really gets into the yellows and the soft oranges and like the terracottas and, you know, the colours like this, for example, this is almost a rose quartzy colour. If you're not into that, you just put a picture of something like that on your phone or on your computer screensaver or something like that. But it's important to bring those colours in and to work with the solar plexus chakra at this time. Archangel Sandalphon is saying that you might feel a bit sore in the chest, like under the bust plate, under the bust area, whether you're a male or a female. You're gonna experience maybe some sharp pain or a bit of like indigestion or something going on there. And Archangel Sandalphon is saying that's because they are working on you from the background to help really clear up that creative space within you, so you can go through this little shift that you're having to pull you forward for the next phase, because there is an ascension coming. You're not in an ascension now. This is going to be a really big ascension. For some people, it might drop you to your knees almost. For other people, you'll breeze through it and think, wow, that's insane, and have big bursts of energy and things. But I am getting told that you do need to drink liquid and listen to water and liquidy sounds. So if you can play some rainforest music as well as, again, with the dolphin and the whale music, Archangel Sandalphon said that will really help clear through your your solar plexus chakra. And also Archangel Sandalphon saying do a little activation somehow with Archangel Sandalphon. Find one on YouTube or get into a meditative state and have some time with Archangel Sandalphon at this time, because they're going to give you a very unique, specific, individual message for each person that picks this pile. Messages, I mean, I can't give out 400 messages. So that's the story. Okay, what else have we got here? We've got nature. Yeah. And we've got love. I'm not surprised, because I did mention some self-love stuff before. The other loves come up in the reading earlier as well, the word love. So this is about the love of yourself. This is about keeping your commitments to yourself, honoring what you know you need to do, because you're an extraordinary being. And Spirit likes to celebrate that. Spirit loves to sing and dance and celebrate the human as a collective and as an individual. So you might need to do that, get a bit of music on and stomp around. I am getting told that don't wear dark and mundane colours at this time. Pull out some bright colours and wear something like, look at the beautiful purples and the teals and the mustards and stuff. Gorgeous, you know. You mightn't be able to do that, but you might be able to wear purple socks to work and nobody can see them and things like that. So really pull on that space, because you are having a shift. And Spirit's saying, for those of you that have been a bit teary but don't sort of understand why this is what's going on for you, that those of you that are a little bit angry or a little bit edgy and just think, oh, it's a hormonal imbalance or something's going on, or I've eaten too much of this or what have you. No, it's not. It's all part of the shift. It's all part of the shift, because you're raising higher. Now, this other card is Jophiel. Thrill. Wow. Wow. Look how beautiful that is. And we've got the pyramids on there as well. I'm just looking for the little book. There it is. I'm just going to read the card out of here because I don't usually... just let me find. I have to... Sorry, guys. I've never read anything out of the book for other than myself. So I'm just going to find what we need. There we go. Thrill. Jophiel, as the spirit of liberation, wants you to keep the uniqueness of the time you are living in, invoking ecstasy of thrill. Uniqueness, okay? Uniqueness. Unique phenomena are currently taking place on planet Earth. Gaze upon the 3 ancient Egyptian pyramids and you will see why thrill is implicit. The stars are aligned with each of the 3 pyramids on December 3rd, 2012. This occurs every 2,737 years. Those numbers could mean something to you. And was a sight to marvel at. Mercury, Venus, and Saturn, respectively, the god Thoth, Hermes, and goddess Hathor, or Aphrodite, and the king god Osiris or Zeus, descending onto earth to give special benediction. Please review your life to see where thrill lies. And if you haven't felt thus for some time, the drawing of this icon means that your desire will soon be met. Chant Hay, 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 through the brow chakra, third eye, okay, to feel thrills running up and down your spine. And gaze on the heart sigil and Jophiel's orb for an extra resonance. Wow. There we go. Beautiful. I just love the light language, the light codes that are pouring out of this card. Beautiful. So I'm getting told to pull a couple of these and then we'll see what else Spirit has to say. I've got to move on to the next pile. So we've got emotional release. This is what's going on for you. And there's water going on here, like tears. And I said you need to tap into the water energy. And we've got sexual energy. The cards come out. So you might have a high libido or feel over-sexualized or under-sexualized at the moment. Either way, work on that. Work on that. Fix up your solar plexus and then work on your root chakra as well. Okay? And we've got retreat. Yeah. From things that no longer serve you. You don't have to respond to certain things the way that you have in the past. And we've got past, present, and future. And I'm really not surprised this card's come out because I've mentioned twice already that whatever you're going through or you've just gone through or you're about to go through, this will be in line with what this reading is. And we've got past, present, and future. It's come up, okay? So just, everything's connected. Can I have one more of these, please? And then I need to go into the next pile. So this makes sense. Just work on yourself. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing and letting go. Look. And let go come out in the card before. Beautiful. Birds. Keep your eye out for little birds too. Look how beautiful this card is. Oh, these are just swirls around the border, but they could also be light language almost. So that's really interesting. It's very different to what I anticipated, the information in this pile. But, well, I don't know. I didn't know what was going to come through. But I love you guys heaps. Thank you very much. And let's move on to pile 2 now, which is forgiveness. Okay. Hi, pile 2. Welcome. Your card, forgiveness. So let's see what your channeled message are, general messages from Spirit are at this time, your guides. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Whoa. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Wow. I already kind of know what's going on here. Give me a minute. Grieve your losses. Okay. And correct your mistakes. Wow. I'm just going to stop there. I've got 2 here, but I'll pull them out shortly. Now, I'm using, as I said in the first pile, the Angel Heart Sigils deck. I've had it for a little while, but I've never used it so much in a reading. I've played with it a bit, but I will be pulling 2 cards out and be reading what the information is out of the booklet for these particular 2 cards in a little while. All right, let's channel. What would you like to say, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit's saying that forgiveness has come up. That was the first card, right? That's the pile that you picked, forgiveness. Spirit is saying that grieving your losses and correcting your mistakes isn't so much about you being a stuff up, or you've done bad things, or you deserve any form of, being reprimanded from family and friends in your life. There's no excuse for poor behavior. And I need to say that again. Spirit is really nudging me to say there is no excuse for poor behavior. Somebody in your life has been treating you like shit. And that's the pile energy for this particular second pile. Somebody in your life has been rude to you, is speaking down to you, is being disrespectful. And it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be all day, every day, but there's the thread associated with that. If you unravel and look back over the last couple of months or what have you, it's pretty bullshit. You've had enough now. And Spirit's saying you need to grieve your losses and you need to come from that space of forgiveness. Not forgiveness as in you forgiving them, but forgiving yourself. This is about self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself for feeling how you felt every time it's happened. And it's embarrassing sometimes. You might be out in public and it's happening, you know what I mean? And if it hasn't happened to you in a way that it's in your current immediate world right now, you're still dealing with wounds from the past relationships, or a past relationship. Correct your mistakes. You haven't necessarily done anything wrong or to deserve or bring that energy in. Nobody does. But you need to correct your mistakes. You need to really work on how that makes you feel, because every thought creates an emotion, and that is a genuine psychological thing. Every thought creates an emotion. So if you feel embarrassed, you're going to get emotion from that. If you feel happy, you're going to get an emotion from that. So you need to correct how you felt in yourself, and instead of pushing it down and not dealing with it, or bringing it up to the surface that it's so high up, so far that it's bubbling up in your auric field all the time and you sort of can't escape it, you need to correct those things now and have some self-forgiveness, because like Spirit said, you've got this inner power, okay? Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Wow! Reading's done. Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Absolutely. Grieve your losses. Grieve what you've been through. Grieve the loss of those heartaches and pains that you've been through, and just go, you know what? There's still growth from this, just let it out. Have that space of forgiveness in yourself. You don't have to, it's not about forgiving other people. You can forgive them when you've worked on yourself. Don't always put other people first, all right? Wow. Let's get one of these out. Sandalphon, Assurance, War. Archangel Sandalphon come up in pile 1. This is so insane. Oh, chills, heebie-jeebies in a good way. Let me find this card in here from Archangel Sandalphon. Just give me a minute. Just let me find it. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. Like I said, I haven't had it too long. And when I bought it, it came from overseas and it took ages to get here. But anyway, we've got Assurance. Excuse me. Sandalphon brings you the beauty of the rising sun, the entry point of another exciting day of creativity. This day will be wondrous, wise, and especially significant, just as you see the icon with the shimmering power of the solar deity flooding the Grand Canyon. I'll bring the card closer shortly. This sheer joy is brought to you because you are an amazing human being who needs the gentle reminder of your own solar magnificence. Ah, bless. Please feel that dear Sandalphon is wrapping you with the assured treasure of love brought forth by the heart, wisdom, and succor of the infinity splendid angel of Atlantis. Okay, so you might need to go and do an Atlantean past life meditation or something. Reflect, relax, bathe in the solar power, for you've chosen this card to be inspired by Sandalphon's gentle confidence. Oh, this inner power card. Therefore, it is guaranteed that you will feel a sense of flow altogether, much more than during the immediate circumstances you've just experienced. Yep. Wow. There. How beautiful is this card? I actually think you could quite possibly watch pile 1 too. I mean, I don't care. It's up to you. It's really your personal journey, what piles you pick. But there's some messages there in pile 1 as well. So this is just beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now, what else have we got going on here? Can I have a couple more of these? Whoa, all right. Wow, we've already flicked over a few. We've got Become a Clear Channel. Yep. Opening to receive. I'm open, Spirit. I'm open to receive the highest divine plan and trust my inner guidance. And that's you just simply saying, I am now a clear channel. We've got be open to love. And I did say it's that level of self-love, okay? And we've got face your advisories, all right? Correct your mistakes. Like I said, obviously somebody has been rude or disrespectful and putting you in a position that you haven't liked, and it could be a work colleague, it could be a boss, it could be a family member, it could be an ex-husband you haven't seen for half a decade that is still pulling on that emotional space within your very being, and you need to work on that, okay? So Spirit says your spirit guides want you to know that they don't intervene with free will. Yes, they will help and intervene, but they can't just make you become a clear channel. You need to clear up your headspace. Now, the third eye card come up with this one here, okay? The Jophiel, and tapping in to your brow chakra, which is your third eye. So you might need to have a bit of a clean up of your pineal gland and your third eye. Now, I'm also getting told this pile, there's a lot of star seed, star blossom energy in here. A star blossom is how a person is, or who they are, or who they become spiritually and energetically after they've gone through the incubation process of a star seed. I myself am a star blossom, and then the next one above star blossom is a star bloom, but there may be a small amount of star blooms on the earth already, but not so much yet. So become a clear channel. Do some work in your third eye. Face your advisories. Like I said, come from that space of forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for every time you felt like you shouldn't have felt a certain way, okay? And we've got be open to love. Again, that's the self-love, and you need to say, I love you, man. Talk to yourself. I fucking love you, dude. We've got change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. Oh, geez, this is so powerful. So beautiful. Again, we're not sitting here, and I say we're as in spirit and myself. I'm not sitting here saying you're a controlling person, but you might have really had the ability to try and control your emotional space to the point where it was making you unwell. Okay, that's what that level of control comes down from. Can I get one more of these? And we've got worth. Oh, jeez. You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Oh no, that makes me so emotional. What the hell? Be open to love. And I said it was about the self-love. And look, there's a tiger there, and there's Year of the Tiger, okay? And these are the colors, the reds and stuff associated with the tiger this year. I actually think that you need to do some Year of the Tiger stuff. Find out what your lucky numbers are for your own Chinese horoscope for the year, this year, the Year of the Tiger. And there's butterflies all around here, so there's a lot of growth and transformation. That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, now we've got these two here. Spiritual partnership and pride. Wow. What do you want to say, Spirit? Yeah, spiritual partnership. That doesn't mean with your work colleagues or with your friends or your yoga group or the women that you interact with or the men that you interact with on a social platform or in real life to do with your spiritual growth. It's your spiritual partnership with spirit. You need to become a clear channel. You need to clear up your energy because there's so many things that are going to pour down through your crown, through your soul star chakra, through the chakra above that, for the chakra above that. It just keep coming down, 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 right through your third eye. And it won't probably come down any further than your throat chakra. I'm getting shown it'll sort of stop at your throat chakra and it'll pour through the third eye and through the throat. So this is so good, so good. So just have pride in that. Know that you are highly protected and spirit loves you. We've got joy. Aww. Yeah, you've got some nice little treats coming along, nice little things coming up into your life, okay? And we've got reunion of souls. Oh, and that's your spiritual partnership, okay? And there's like little light code stuff going across the top here as well. So you guys are definitely star beings, whatever you. I'm actually blue avian. I'm just going to shuffle this. Can I have one more of these? I'm blue avian. I'm a mixture of some other things, but I'm blue avian. Can I have one more? Two more, and then I'll tie off this pile. We've got unlimited possibilities. Wow. And the last card for pile 2 is Omens. Oh, this is so beautiful. So beautiful. This is a sign, okay? This is a sign from spirit. Again, being open to receive and coming from that space of courage, and calling in your guides and really working with them at the moment. They've never left you, but sometimes when we go through some humanly stuff, they can't really intervene. We have to call them in and be in the right energy. So good luck with that. Much love. Right, let's get into the third pile with a different piece of Himalayan rock salt. And we've got new beginnings. Woo! There's a butterfly in there. There's some transformation. Okay, first card, companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Aha. Doesn't necessarily mean that anybody else outside of yourself, okay? Or you could be pregnant as well. Or you might not be. Guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Oh, there's butterflies there as well. Oh, I see. I know what's going on here. And we've got love yourself. And we've got look forward. And we've got 2 other cards here, but I'll get into those a bit later. Now, as I've said, in every pile, I have this beautiful angel deck here. It's the Angel Heart Sigils deck, and I'll be quickly shuffling these and getting 2 cards out of them. There is an association here with Atlantis with this particular deck. I personally, not from Atlantis, I'm from Lemuria. But I'll pull out 2 and we'll get to those at the end, okay? Closer towards the end, and I'll read the information out of the book. Right, just let me channel. Thank you. Spirit, what would you like to say to pile 3 who have picked the New Beginnings card? Thank you. Yes, this pure pile is purely about letting you know this is the right path you're walking. Whatever it is that you're inquiring about, we're dealing with higher self stuff here and inner love and inner workings. We're not so much dealing with the outside world and the job prospects and things like that. If you wanted a confirmation about a career path and financial investments and stuff, well, this is your message. Yes, you're on the right path. It might be slow to kick up, for example. Companionship, again, this isn't so much about your outer self. This is about your inner self, following your true north. You're finally almost at that point. Well, you're at that point. You must have had an aha moment, a realization, an epiphany, a download. Something's going on here because your ship is sailing to your true north now. You can't go off course. People are going to pull you left and right and try and make your boat fall over, for example, but it's not going to happen. You are exactly where you're supposed to be on your soul's journey. You've got new beginnings coming on. And that could literally mean you want to change career. You might want to get into cooking now, and you've been working in an office for the last 20 years and things like that. This is all happening the way it's supposed to be. Very synchronistic, but you need to love yourself while you go through this. You can't pour out that love and energy to everybody else. Spirit's saying you don't forget to add yourself into that and look forward. All right. You can't go off course, okay? You're in the right path. People might try and come along and try and knock you off your course, but it's not going to happen, all right? So let me see. Let's get one of these out, the first one from here. Raziel and Humility. Wow, look at the size of that tree. Woo! The energy on these cards are just nuts, honest. Okay, so let's have a look here. I just need to find Raziel in here. I'm just going to go... I think it's alphabetical, so yep, and it is Humility. Raziel, the Archangel of Divine Mysteries, reminds us of the acute need to embrace a modest opinion of our own power in relation to the majesty of Mother Earth and the cosmos. I did say this is about your inner, not your outer. 4, as we develop and individuate of personal power, evolving into our personal sovereignty, we often inflate our ego, which then needs the equipoise of a humble caress, just so that we may be reminded of who we truly are in soul. Okay, I'll explain this in a minute. Therefore, gaze on the enormity of the great redwood tree, the tallest and largest tree that grows on the blue planet, which the child hugs with ample humility. This reminds us of the living grace of loving regard. Have you faltered on your life's path through a lack of humility? If so, be reminded Raziel's heart sees all. Just as during your life review, when passing into spirit, you will similarly feel the scrutiny of such a stroke. Measure your conduct. See that Raziel forgives you, and from a crestfallen state, you will grow into developing this peerless virtue. For humility is the lodestar of the spiritual temple, without which we cannot surrender to the highest order. So become as meek as a child, drawing forth pure innocence. Holy crap. I'll bring this forward. That makes so much sense. It does say about the ego and things. What it's saying is that if you feel like you've had to put all your heart and soul and every part of your very being into your endeavors at this point in your life to get you on your true north, Spirit's saying be humble about it. Be humble about it. Yes, pat yourself on the back and say, well done, I did it. Say to Archangel Raziel, thank you very much, I've done it. but help me remain humble, please. Because what the message in the card was is that when you go over, when you're in spirit, you're going to have to work through that then, opposed to being able to do it now when you could do it now. So just work on that now. This is amazing. Find a big tree if you can. If you can get to a redwood, good luck. If you can't, well, find a big tree and have a hug and call in Archangel Raziel. That's so beautiful. You're on the right path. Love yourself. Okay, love yourself. Give someone your complete presence giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. This is exactly what we're talking about. It's yourself. Okay, there's new beginnings going on here. Can I have whoops. Wow, crazy. 3 just flicked out. We've got do all things in moderation, which is similar message to the Raziel card. Strengthen your gifts. Beautiful. And make a plan. Wow. So you might need to call in your spirit guides at this time. You might need to call in whoever you work with in your ancestral realm or the angelic realm or whoever your guides are and ask them to help you make a plan. And the plan might necessarily be sitting down and jotting things down on paper, but the plan is definitely still a plan. So what our spirits are asking you to do is doing things in moderation. And as I said, come from that humble space, regardless of how hard you've worked or how hard people around you can acknowledge your achievements. Just remember that that's purely on you. You did all that. You might have had help from others as well, but you need to go, okay, cool. That's purely just a stepping stone to get me to the next phase of my ascension, and leave it at that. All right, we've got self-love. Love yourself. And forgiveness. Self-forgiveness, again with the humility card. Okay, I'm sorry if I've been a bit whatever towards myself or to the outset, all right? But it's more so about the inner workings. Can I have 1 or 2 more of these, please, Spirit? Oh, I've got trust, another butterfly. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Make a plan, work with Archangel Raziel at the moment. Okay, yes, come from that humble space and say, okay, I'm asking for help now. I'm asking for help. I'm calling in help. Internal. Can I have 1 more? Non-duality. I love this card. Let your authentic humanity shine forth whilst also let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Yeah, come from that space of humble, come from that space of worship to your guides. Okay, wow. I'm going to pull out this other one here. It's an Zadkiel luxury. Woo. Just let me find what this card says. There we go. Many of us are challenged by the idea of luxury, feeling that we don't deserve luxurious items, or that luxury is superfluous, or that we commit ourselves to scarcity instead of a life full of abundance. Luxury means living with richness, enjoying the delicacies, elegance, and refinements of life. Indeed, feeling the luxury, lux in Latin for light, it says, that pours from the great angels of Atlantis in appreciation of beauty of life means that we see beauty as an animation of the divine rather than something that only the rich can buy. Oh, damn straight. The angels of Atlantis, led by their comforter, Zadkiel, want you to feel the abundance of the source. So gaze on Zadkiel's heart sigil to be charged with this angel's particular force. Whoa. The angels want you to optimize your creativity by dreaming both night and day of joyous grace and luxury flowing freely through your days and nights. They want you to dispel worry about not having enough material support with which to bring your life to glory. There is no scarcity in the source, and these exquisite angelic beings full of light want you to know the ease with which creative energy truly flows through the quanta of space that we know as the cosmos. Therefore, if you have been concerned about not having enough money, possessions, love, or health, gaze on the scrumptious icon, an image that you are surrounded by the love of the universe, which comes from the light of the solar deity, bringing you the luxury of joy. Chant Ha or Haw, H-A-W, I'd say Haw, to the base chakra to truly earth your body in the conviction that you know that you are the child of the universe, for you will always be looked after by the source. Wow. So I'll bring this close because it's asked you to gaze into it. Wow, that's insane. And it's interesting that this card's come up first, so it's like you just needed to make peace with a few things and go, okay, all right, I've done really well, but nobody really cares. You know, at the end of the day, it's my spiritual path. I'm the one that's walking it, and I need to probably just, you know, show some worship and show my dedication to spirit from that, and then look what's happening because of that. I'm just going to get 2 more of these. So this is really nice, pile 3. I like these messages today. I always like the messages, but they're different all the time, you know. We've got stripping illusions. Wow. And can I have 1 more? Actually, I want 2 more, please. We've got healing energy. And 1 more. Inner journey. What a beautiful card to tie off this pile 3's messages, because I specifically, and there's another one upside down here, look, home. Inner journey, home, your inner home. And I said earlier at the very start of pile 3's reading, this is more so about your inner, not about the exterior of your life. Wow. So that's a confirmation there. Much love. I hope everybody's doing well and coming into February. Been a few crazy energies with headaches and stuff going on around people, and tired and things like that from the retrograde that everybody's been through. But, you know, hope everybody's fine. Much love. Peace out. I will be back in another day or so. I think I might do a love reading. I usually don't really work on romance, and you guys know that, but I think I will. I'll do a pick a pile for love messages. So, all right. Take care. I'll be back. Peace out.